During this episode, there was a preponderance of dick jokes. And if you hear some inorganic conversation, it's because we were out of control. I hope you enjoy this episode. Happy birthday, Nick Tolford.
So far, the crew has cleared every hurdle naysayers have placed in their way. Columbus would be home to one of the 10 inaugural teams. Columbus has outperformed much larger cities. The true success indicator has been from the fans. Well, it's going out.
Hello and welcome to the club. I'm your host, Mars, and this is the Upper 90 Club, a roundtable podcast where five friends discuss the Columbus Crew. And I feel like we're only doing half the work this week because we're only going to review one game, big game, strong game. Came to me with tears in his eyes. We're going to review the New England game from Saved the Crew Day,
Add the D.
October 12th, yesterday. And then we're going to look ahead to our final game of the regular season against Red Bull. That will be in New Jersey this coming Saturday. You heard at the top, Nick Tolford and Company, our what is it, our theme song?
Yeah, I guess it'd be theme song. Yeah, you started saying it, and I was like, what does it mean?
It's just the intro. Nick Tolford is having a birthday today. Today is the 13th that we're recording.
Happy birthday to
everybody sing it. Nick Tolford. I have not texted him yet today.
Good.
It's not too late, but
it will be.
Yeah.
If you know him, send him some birthday love, and he's turning 38, which is, you get to that age where you're like, God, I'm older than all these soccer players that we're watching. He is not older than Evan Bush. We learned he is. He's already 38.
Yeah,
so
he looks young, especially in real life. He looks. I'm just like, great.
It's like he's working out or something.
Yeah, eating healthy.
It's like he's a professional athlete. Yeah. He looks like a professional athlete. Nick Tolford looks. He's always looked way older than
like a man. That boy's a man.
And he sounds like even older than that somehow. He was. I remember
Benjamin Button's disease.
He was the youngest. He was the youngest person in our band.
So he's turning 37 then, right?
No, he's a 86 model.
Oh yeah. Okay.
86
model.
But El Camino.
That's a good year.
But
good old K cars.
It like blew the owner of Carabar away to learn that he had been drinking underage for so long.
I'm glad that's where you took that. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay. So let's see. So happy birthday, Nick. And that's that. We're not really going to talk about that anymore.
And happy birthday to you, listener.
Nick Tolford, our listener. We're all Nick Tolford in a way. We're gonna do a lot. We're gonna
tears in their eyes.
I'm sorry, I'm suffering from low blood sugar. We're going to do our review of our predictions. A lot to go through there. We got a run club update. We got a big weekend coming up for the runners.
Oh yeah.
And then we're going to keep the predictions going through the playoffs, which we are secured and fastened into our round of three. What remains to be seen is who we will play in our round of three that starts the following Saturday. We'll see the wild card games played midweek next week.
Yeah.
I think
potentially
that
Friday,
sums it up.
the 25th. That's when those games start.
thank you, Haas. And I was just going to say with me are Ben Moore, Trey, and Haas. Say hey, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hello, everyone.
Mars.
We got a full team.
Mars.
We got a full team, and I'm kind of looking forward to just the single game.
Yeah,
Single game review, single game prediction. We're gonna spend some time with it.
Yeah,
We'll
wait
still
to
go
kick this
2
out on
hours.
in a high note here. When you talk about 86, and I can remember World Cup 1986. So yeah,
You can?
yes, I can. So
That
thank
seems
you for like
bananas.
rubbing it in that I'm really, really, really
Yeah, but
Yes.
Nick Tolford remembers being born.
okay. He's got a good memory.
He's like, oh man, I'm born.
I have the 1986 sticker book.
Jason.
I won't put you on the spot, but yeah, you must really be old.
I
Years
put it
in
out
the
there,
past.
so the answer is yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 86. So who won the 86 World Cup?
Well, that was Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah,
Maradona.
Diego
Hand of
The
God.
hand of God,
Maradona.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think I knew that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, so we saw the last home game of the season, the great coming home of Caleb Porter, a much anticipated event. We weren't sure we were going to see that. They were slated to come play us in May, I think, if I remember correctly, and that game was rescheduled because of I think the 3C final, maybe.
Yeah, C3
Um,
final.
Yeah.
And
This game, and I think the Seattle game was also rescheduled because of when that final fell at in early June. So, okay. But he kept his job. Caleb kept his job, and he
Which is
made it
crazy.
back. And that was yesterday, saved the crew. There was a lot that happened, and you guys, who was there? Mort, you were there.
I was there, and I did see
I was
Haas
also
there as
there.
well. Yeah.
Haas is raising his hand for those at home who aren't watching.
And so I'm sure it was great.
Did they
The-
played a
the
video,
team-
right?
Yeah, for like my brain.
They played a video for your
For
brain.
Mensa
Mort,
and
help
Mensa and Sands
cool.
and what's his name?
Boateng?
Porter.
Little guy.
Boateng.
Oh,
Boateng.
Boateng.
Little Daffy Dinkins.
So,
Bart
yeah,
Jarvis, Harvey Bart Jarvis.
I did not see the video though. I was
Was
even
it
in there
just
early
for
and didn't see the video.
them? Or was it like
didn't
just
see
a
it.
whole Save the Crew, like that whole entire thing?
Yeah. I
They only
can't-
talked about on Twitter and stuff like that, just like, oh, they played it for just Will and Porter, and it's like, what video is this?
Maybe it was like a 2020.
They had a 2020 flashback video kind of thing. There
MLS
wasn't anything specific. The
champions.
one I saw wasn't anything specific to anybody, but they had a little bit focus on that. And then, of course, I guess we're going to mention the Tifo as well. But it was I was surprised. I would say it was pretty much a full house again.
Said it was sold out.
And it was temperature, like everything was perfect. A perfect day for that.
It was perfect temperature.
I had a couple of pair of twins that came with us with my friend, and first crew game. So that was really good. It was a good experience for them to come in and experience that special crew day. So
Beating.
yeah,
Yeah.
what their goals were.
Beating.
Yeah, I was like wanting to not to jump ahead, but I feel like not as psyched about guessing the crew score correctly because it's like, how could I have thought that New England was going to put one up on us?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like not worth gloating.
Yeah.
I'll still take the point though. Okay, so let's kind of jump into it. We'll get through all the parallel happenings with all the Save the Crew stuff that was going on and everything else when we read the internet and thoughts and players. So Trey, why don't you set this one up?
Facts that could save your life.
Saturday, October 12, 2024, in the friendly confines of Lower.com, the crew face off against the New England Revolution in front of a reported 20,439. The weather was a clear evening with temps in the high 70s at kick, and the New England Revolution is led by former crew manager Caleb Porter, and they come into this match sitting second to last in the Eastern Conference with a record of 9 wins, 4 ties, and 20 losses on the season.
I think they got all those 9 wins like in a row.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the
There was that little streak in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
He's like, we got it. They don't got it. Did
So-
we confirm that they're doing like an Apple documentary or some documentary or something?
I'll look into it.
Yeah, look
while
into it
Trace-
as Trey goes.
Columbus was dominant in almost every statistical category, so hold your butts, grit your teeth, and get your safe words ready because this is a long list.
It's banana.
Possession, 56-44, 21
Felt
total
like more than
shots, shots on target, big chances, accurate passes, corners, block shots, shots inside the box and outside the box, passes in the opposition half, accurate crosses, touches in the opponent's box, duels won, and the unexplainable mythical feels like a professional soccer. XG with crew at a 2.70 and Porter's revs at 0.27, which is actually the first time this season that an XG has actually felt right.
Well, except for us, it felt like we should have had like.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the 0.27.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They were, they showed up, so they get 0.25, and then they got a minus 0.2 because they're the.
So one more interesting thing on this, the statistical site that we use, FOTMob, had almost every single crew player rated higher than every New England player.
Yeah,
And
I saw that.
The only ones that weren't were subs, and it was like 2 of them. So, Haas, speaking of lineups, hit us.
The crew started with AZ, Rossi, and Shambo up top. Arfston, Nagby, Matan, and Dujo. Amundsen, Camacho, Chaberco in the back, and Romero in goal. Starting for
another
New
O.
England, of note, Will Sands makes his return. I thought it was interesting that the way they set up put him and Dujo up against each other when they were involved in the trade, the
Interesting.
to and fro of New England.
To and fro for the Joes. All right.
Yeah, didn't Shambo play as the 6 and Matan played further up the field?
I think they shifted very early.
Yeah, they shifted like that, and Shambo
didn't start
definitely
like that,
fell.
okay.
Yeah, fell deeper.
Good call.
So, 5th minute. Pause. Tell us about it.
Goal for Dujo against his former team. Nagby is fouled in the defensive half, and crew have a free kick. The ball goes to Shambo, who turns and finds AZ at the halfway line. He turns, beats his man, and takes off with the ball, cuts to the middle of the field, and lays a ball off wide to Dujo as he enters the box. He cuts in, rips a shot with his left into the far corner. Crew up 1-0.
that was a great shot.
Good shot.
Welcome to the club.
Instead of AZ, we should go Jaxo. Right?
So, 14th minute.
Hey, not
Pause.
crickets.
Tell us about it.
Goal for Matan. The New England goalkeeper attempts a pass out of the back to Harks, but Shambo steps in and knocks the ball forward to Matan inside the semicircle. Romney's out of position, and Matan turns, has a ton of space, shoots with his right to the left side of the goal, past Ivacic. Crew up 2-0.
That's where
of note,
it was like, yeah, go ahead.
much shorter jackhammer celebration.
You think that was because of his height?
I think it just came quicker.
How tall was the jackhammer?
Yeah.
Oh, you meant the duration. Okay.
The duration.
Got
It was
Due duration.
I mean, you can tell when he got the ball, it was almost like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo, where he's going to put the ball, because he had so much time and so much space to finish that
Well,
shot.
Romney was like almost near the end line. It's like, what? I know it happened quickly and it was played out of the back from the goalkeeper, but so out of position.
It's almost like they have 20 losses this season.
Yeah. By the way, I when we talk about the defenders, Parker looks like the bad guy in an 80s movie.
Yeah, he's
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we go into halftime with crew up 2-0. Coming out of half, in the 51st minute, New England with the yellow card on the before mentioned David Romney. A note, he's actually related to Mitt Romney. There you go.
No, he's not. You're a liar.
He is.
Are you
I have
serious?
to.
We were
He's a
making
nephew.
jokes about that during the game.
He is not. It's a
That-
distant relation.
I think he used to play
Well,
for
Haas must know him then.
Nashville.
Haas, do you know
okay.
him?
I thought on that play though, I mean, Matan was taken out right before
Like
Rossi
far
was
right?
taken out, and
Was
they
it like far right?
They
Not
only
back-
gave the
not
yellow
back
to
then,
run.
really.
No.
I mean,
But
not as far
Polster
as
took
we've
out
gone
Matan in
recently.
the same play.
Yeah. Okay. So 61st minute, Crew with 2 subs. Jarek Jones comes in for Nagby. Jack and Russell Rowe in for AZ.
Jack, and I forgot.
64th minute, Haas.
Goal for Matan. Free kick in the defensive half starts the play. Pass back to Romero, to Amundsen, to JRR up near the midfield. He finds Chambeau, who passes wide to Arfston. He ends up dropping the ball back to Camacho, who holds the ball for a moment, plays a long ball over the top to find Matan in some space. He chests the ball down, and Bai steps too hard, and Matan goes around him, takes a couple of touches in the box, gets his head up, slots the shot to the far post. Crew up 3-0. Matan runs over and hugs Nancy as he jogs past Caleb Porter.
That was the first goal.
That was the
I
first
think it was
goal.
the
he did
second.
that.
Did he do
He
it
did the
both
second
times?
too?
No, I think no. It
He
was the
did
first goal.
because
Definitely
it was
the first one.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
May have
guys.
also been the second one.
I just noticed that Chambeau.
Tears in his
I'm
eyes.
Yeah, great.
Probably
They have one
the first
assist.
half, they were going towards Nordex, so he
So
would have had
fun.
to run past Caleb.
Yes.
So that's the only thing that. Okay,
Yeah.
68th minute, Crew with 2 more subs. You had Ramirez coming in for Diego and Herrera coming in for Max. 72nd minute, Haas.
Goal for Matan. Romero plays a ball to the middle of the field to Durjo. He drops to Amundsen and gets the ball right back, turns up the field, spots Matan making a run in behind on the left side. He plays a beautiful ball through to him. Matan runs onto it, takes 3 touches as he goes straight towards Ivacic as he's coming out of goal, and Matan places it far post past the keeper. 4-0, hat trick for Matan.
Tip of the hat trick.
Had one goal on the season going into the night.
Was that because we didn't we say last pod that he hadn't scored in the league? Was that a C3 goal or Leagues Cup goal?
He scored it against Tigres. No. Houston in the
Leagues
final
Cup.
minute.
That's
Oh,
right.
First game.
okay.
And then injured himself.
Yes.
Love that.
And was out for a while. But that goal proved to be
Really important for
very important for us advancing to Tigres, Monterrey, and Pachuca
Yeah,
thereafter.
because we were saying like he
Interesting with-
didn't have a goal, and it's like, whoop, there it is.
All
He
right.
had a chance like right before that was
Whoop.
like identical.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 minutes later in the 74th, Yeboah comes in for the baby boy man of the match. 79th, Emmanuel Boateng earns the yellow card for his retaliatory efforts against Camacho, which he kind of swept the leg. It was really kind of dirty. They were
They
frustrated.
got into it right after that. And they
Yeah.
kind of got into it a little bit
Which is hilarious because,
a
I
few
mean,
minutes before.
Camacho's not that tall, but Boateng's that short. So it was literally like, it's like arguing with
He
like a
took
fifth grader.
Camacho out on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we got more.
I think he was mad from the earlier interaction.
Okay.
Harvey Bart Jarvis.
So Crew ends up winning the game 4-0 on the hat trick from Alexander Matan. This game marked the 34th sellout in a row at lower.com for the Crew, and is the first time in club history that they have sold out all league matches at home. Also, the Crew continues to set team records as this is the most wins in a single league season with 18, taking them to 18-6-9 on a points total of 63, with one more game to add to that record. Also, with the game ending at 4-0, this extends the team's league-wide league in goal differential to a plus 31, 69 goals for 38 against, and also 69 goals is also a club record, eclipsing last year's total of 67, with one more game to play in the regular season. It seems like 69 is our magic number right now.
It is everybody's magic number.
All right, hold on. I got my new cards out here.
What?
You're getting one for that.
No
You're
way.
getting one for that. You get a yellow card for that.
Interestingly enough, if
Put him in the book.
we could have replayed that Seattle game. This last game could have taken us to 69.
Hey, Mork doesn't get one?
Wait,
No,
What?
he didn't make me feel
Mark,
weird the way he
just,
said it.
It's just a
Mark,
number.
wait, hold on. Wait, more. What'd you say?
So if we could replay the Seattle game, get those 3 points, then the last game could have taken us to 69.
Okay.
That didn't make you feel. You don't feel anything.
No, I said it.
I
very cleanly.
thought
I'm clean
that-
with my numbers.
Didn't realize we had Boyko in the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
he
probably
was-
a little bit.
I
early for
thought
69,
that.
and then so we got.
I thought it
this
was
week.
interesting
It's like first date scenario.
that Mort was is just so familiar with the '80s movie villains, and then I just remembered that he remembers the '80s so well. So
Yeah.
okay,
He looks like he looks like the bad frat boy, like the yeah.
The bad frat boy.
Yeah,
Is
the
it
guy
like
with
the fat
flip,
kid
they have the
camp
flip
from the-
cover, the jocks, like from like the Revenge of the Nerds or something like that.
Oh yeah.
No, that checks out.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah.
his face either. Good call.
He's punchable.
Yeah.
Before we take a break, let's hear from Steve Sirk.
This is Steve Sirk, and this is a Sirk stat.
Tonight is the 5th time the 2024 hashtag Crew96 have beaten an opponent by 4+ goals in league play. On the 22nd of June, we beat Kansas City 4-0. That was at home. On the 29th, a week later, we were at New England. This was the one we were talking about last week. That one was actually 5-1. I thought it was 4-1.
Oh, that's
So
right.
they scored first, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how the cameraman just kept showing Porter like wop wop, a wop wop, a wop wop.
Yeah.
That was a great day.
And then, God, a week later, man, remember this?
Yeah.
Remember on July 6th, 4-0 versus Toronto. And then a week later, on July 13th, 5-1 at LAFC.
Yep.
It's a lot of goals.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
then,
goals.
And then just yesterday to cap it off, 4-0 with New England at home. And unlike their 4-0 loss to Seattle, the Crew have done it against actual goalkeepers,
Yeah.
not Sean Sawatsky. No shade thrown.
No.
He also says, needless to say, tonight's 4-0 win, coupled with the 5-1 win earlier this year in Foxborough, makes for the first time, hashtag Crew96, have ever beaten an opponent by +4 goals twice in the same season.
9-1 in aggregate. That's pretty nice.
As Hawes would have said to Thierry Henry, domination. That's what he said to
I
him.
was reading that Porter came out and went and sat down at the home side because he was used
on
to
accident?
it. Yeah, on accident.
There's
I did see
no
that.
way it was on
I
accident.
did see that.
No, that
There's
was just
no
him.
way that would happen on accident.
Yeah, it feels. He should get a yellow card for that because that feels weird.
He also tried to play a Miami trick coming out late from halftime, too.
Wow, how'd it work out?
That's because they all wanted to go home, and he had to like talk him into getting back out.
Yeah, come on, come on.
Ah, guys, we're here. Might as well.
They're not going to put 2 more up. MATAN doesn't have anything left.
Trust me on this.
Washed.
I know the guy.
He's washed. You know, if they're going to make a documentary, which, by the way, I found little evidence that one currently exists. There may be one that comes out about the New England Revolution this season, but that's, Google. They should make a documentary about this whole MATAN Porter saga. This is like, it was, man, it's a high drama for MATAN and Porter storyline last night.
Yeah, and he was on
so-
a mission.
Yeah.
He did come out and say that it had nothing to do with Porter.
Him scoring 3 goals.
Yeah. Matan said that. Like, this has nothing to do with him.
It had a little bit because
Did he say that, or did he say, I don't think about him at all?
that would have been.
It was
He's like, Porter's the
not
coach.
exactly what I said, but something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about that and more when we come back. We'll be right back.
This episode of the Upper 90 Club is brought to you, as always, by Supporter Supply Company. Hi, friends, this is your good pal Morgan Hughes, here to talk to you about a serious issue facing 96% of all crew supporters in Columbus. Why, not enough free shipping, of course. For a limited time now, through the eventual heat death of the universe, Upper 90 Club listeners can use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z on the end of it, at checkout for free delivery on absolutely any order over $10. But Morgan, what if I order $10 worth of stickers, or those goddamned buttons, or some other combination of small items that make you want to kill yourself? Will the free shipping still apply then, even as you curse our family, while you package up our little tiny annoying ass order for us? Of course it will. That's just how much we here at Supporter Supply value our friends at the Upper 90 Club. So head on over to supportersupply.co and use the promo code Upper90Boys. That's boys with a Z at checkout for free shipping on all your orders over $10. And don't forget to tell them that your friends at the Upper 90 Club sent ya.
We're back. Hey, I need to set the record straight here.
Here we go.
I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Here we go.
Somehow we got to talking about the owners of FC Cincinnati. And no fewer than 3 times did I say, it's chocolate. They're chocolate fortune. It's their.
Is it Willy Wonka?
If you go back and listen, I'm like,
it was the Linders.
Yeah, Linders. You kept saying Linders, and I'm like, Linder chocolate. It's chocolate. They do chocolate. So I happened to live with someone from Cincinnati,
Made of chocolate.
and I happened to have some Linder chocolate in the house, and I said something like, "Oh yeah, soccer money right here," or something.
Eating that soccer money chocolate.
and this individual
Divorced you immediately.
She's like,
oh, you're an
she's
idiot.
like, what are you talking about? I'm like, Linders, the Cincinnati family, FC Cincinnati, chocolate family. She's like, that's the Lindner, UDF, that they own UDF. She's like, this is Linder. I don't know what the I don't know.
Just
what Linder
moonwalk out like, all right.
I was like, well, like lint, is that a thing? Is that a chocolate? She's like, it's also. She's like, isn't that like Swiss?
Yeah, you're like,
she's like,
they sell chocolate in UDF. You know what I'm talking about. Love you so much.
She was like, I don't know. She's like,
Chocolate
UDF, like anti-abortion milkshakes or something.
Not open Sunday, Catholic.
Yeah. So anyway, so for anyone who was getting ready to
Cancel.
Boycott Linders.
boycott our podcast or something, or
boycott
comment at me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Beep, beep.
That was a very nice way to say you were right.
I mean,
I was like, what? I was way wrong. But if you go back and listen, I was just like, it's no. I was just so confident.
This is how fake news starts.
Yeah. Also,
just talk with
look
confidence.
at Twitter. Paul Pogba.
That's what I do every time.
Paul Pogba. We should talk about our players now.
Thoughts and players.
The first player we have to keep talking about is MATAN.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. So there's
out of here.
There's this whole storyline here of I'm not going to get all the details right, but MATAN was on the team when Porter was the coach,
and Lindor Chocolate owned Cincinnati. Yeah.
And I think Porter kind of threw his hands up and couldn't find a place for him, right?
Sure.
And he was not seeing a lot of playing time. And then when Nancy came in, I think he kind of, he's still on the team now. I don't know that he's going to.
We covered it. The first game Nancy had in MLS, we went to the game. It's like I think he even did he start Or was he on the bench? I think
He
might have
absolutely played that first game.
He played
I
that
remember
game. We
going
were like, is he still there? I was like, I didn't even know he was a part of the club anymore.
Yeah.
When he played
Yeah.
that first game from him last February.
And Matan, we've seen him play a number of different positions. I don't know that we know exactly his best fit in our system, and I don't know that he's going to be on the team next year. But the fact that we had some folks on international break kind of paved the path for him to take a pretty big role in this game, which happened to be on Save the Crew and against Caleb Porter.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what he would have done if Nancy had not kind of revived his role on the Columbus Crew. There was talk of him going back to Romania to play.
Well, that's where he got loaned out, right?
Yeah, he got loaned out.
Yeah.
That's where Porter loaned him out to.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't even remember that.
That's where his girlfriend wanted to go. That's just a rumor.
So what is it? Tell me more about this Tim Hortons thing.
Oh, random. Oh, we posted the Crew posted a game show type deal.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Evan
That's right.
Bush.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like
I
a
saw
Family
that.
Feud kind of thing.
We wanted to talk about that too. Yeah. So let me, before we get to that, I just saw the note in here. I want to make sure we talk about that.
I just wrote Tim
forgot
Hortons.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Like, I just love donuts.
Well, so anyway, so to close that thought, I mean, even just him scoring that first goal and then running over to Nancy, like I was struck by just that before knowing that he was going to go on to score two more. It was just
AZ
like,
tries to give him a high five and he's just all business.
No,
He's just like,
yeah,
my dude.
It's hard for me to believe that he was like not thinking about Porter being on the opposing team when he went. I mean, like how many times, like I said this to Lauren when we were watching this, I'm like, he just scored and ran straight to the coach. Like, who does that?
Did you guys see? I don't know if you saw it, but I posted it on Twitter. I was just like stunned by it. I'm like, that was a weird thing.
You go to the corner.
Yeah, he doesn't celebrate. He just goes, I did it. Cool. And he just like
runs straight to dad. Yeah.
I feel like he had to have said something to Matan, just like, hey, just remember, this guy didn't want you on his team, and he's just like, and I'm your daddy. Do you know who your dad is? Do you love me? Do you love him?
Yeah.
And he just turned around. He's like, I love my dad. Here he is.
It was a great in your face though.
Oh man,
I think it's even simpler than that. I mean, everybody been more. I'm sure you guys know this, but like being cut from a team, you remember what coach cut you. You remember why he cut you. And so like that's exactly what this is. Like I can tell you exactly why I got cut from high school and who the coach was and how big of a douche he was. But
sorry,
that's exactly what
I don't know
was.
this feeling.
Mort never got cut.
I never got cut.
He's still cooking that football over the mountains.
Yeah, I got cut from baseball, but I deserved it. I was not. I was like, he told me, and I'm like, oh yeah. It makes
you still remember
sense.
who the coach was? Like,
yeah.
So
I mean, there's no way he doesn't.
If you get shipped to Romania back home, you know who that coach is and you know what he did.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think it might have been like maybe going back home was helpful to him because he was still pretty new in America. I don't know.
I don't disagree with that, but
I read online, so it's true. No, I saw it on Reddit. Somebody posted like, yeah, maybe it was Bez saying, I know he's not going to play for Porter, but I have this plan in play, and I think he could be good. So I'm going to send him somewhere where he will actually play. I don't think that is true either. I don't think it's he will
I
play
feel like
40
he's had homesickness type stuff.
I'm just
when you
picturing
don't
him.
feel appreciated and you feel left out and all those things. Yeah, you don't feel very at home, right?
The reality in a 4-2-3-1, which is what Porter was playing, like he was not excelling at a number 10 because we had Zelly. And then he wasn't like a winger or a number 9, so like it wasn't really working. I think
in truth, at the end of Porter era, everybody wanted to go home.
Yeah, that's also true.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it ended up being good for him, but I do think he is a pretty versatile player because he plays like a number 6 / number 8. He goes up and plays like striker sometimes. Like he's really good on the ball. He has good distribution. He's positionally aware. Like he's a great all around player. He's a good Nazi player. I put this up here because I think. Do you guys think we should re-sign him?
Yes,
because I know we were complaining about like his
if the
amount
price is
we
right.
owe him. Yeah,
I was gonna say I don't know what the price currently is.
No, he's worth a decent amount. He's worth money.
But
he's young.
He's a good player.
It was talk about, first of all, it was AZ was a potential like replacement, I think, because they don't have extended his contract. But then now he's been playing centrally. But now you see also that you have Chambos coming in and playing centrally as well. By the way, they might cover that very good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have a little bit more coverage now, maybe. But I would love to keep him if we can.
I just think he provides something different when we need something different. When something's not working, he is a very good player where it's like, I'm going to put him up top and he's just going to be a run-around dribbling boy. We don't have one of those guys. Or I'm going to put him in for Shambo and have him play further up the field as like a number 10.
The only negative part, his interest. Yeah, go ahead.
The only negative part for me is that before this game, he only had 1 goal.
Yeah,
all
no,
season.
Yeah.
If the price is too high, then you're not paying for any kind of production that he is providing. I like him. I think he can be a good piece. No issue with him resigning. 1 goal before this game, and so if he wants a record contract for himself or so, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But good player, happy to see him here. So
yeah.
I can't imagine many players want to leave also.
Right now.
Yeah. No, nobody wants to
unless
leave
you're
this team, I
Lucas.
I think he wants to come back. He's like, can I come back? We're like, nah, dog.
Nah, we're good.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, and so a couple of comments that we saw on Twitter. One from Chris Doran was a quote from MATAN that said, "I've never scored a hat trick before in my life."
Yeah, which was a professional. He ended up saying like, "I didn't score a professional hat trick."
But that's what that means, right? I mean, like, yeah, no, who's gonna like fact check? I don't know. I'm good with it.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Well, you were cool. 6 years old.
And Zadar says MATAN is a one-man example of Caleb Porter's failings. Here's a comparison of the player under the crew coaches he's played for. And, he played like a fifth of the minutes, 0 goals, 0 assists. And with Nancy, the last couple seasons, he's had 5 goals and 14 assists.
He's had a decent amount of assists.
Devil's advocate here, it was the fact that he was very young when he came in. And he's definitely more
He's 25 now.
Player. Yeah, he's more mature player. He's much more experienced.
But that still just goes back to Caleb's inability to build a team.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is the kind of player that you have and you can't utilize it.
Yeah.
So,
well, and we really want to win these last 2 games down the stretch here to try and get the best bid for home field advantage. Should we make it to the MLS Cup and play against a top seed in the West? So I'm glad to have him on our side when our international players are out doing their thing. So the other thing that the step stool comment, just a shout.
Man.
If you haven't seen it, there's
it's really good.
It's like, is it Family Feud? I can't remember what the
that style.
Kinda, yeah.
Ish.
Evan Bush is the host. The crew marketing team just did a great job, just kind of getting some of the players out and doing.
They're doing a good job.
Some fun stuff. So there was Bush doing the hosting duties for MATAN, and
I thought he was hilarious. Like,
yeah, he was
way
good.
better than anybody should be at that. I mean, it was cut really well, but I think he is a. He was so funny. Yeah,
he did ask at one point if MATAN needed a step stool. So that was
everybody fun. Laughed at. And MATAN was just like,
"Can you get anything? Water, step stool."
It's so funny.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep moving. So another thing that jumped out to me was all the talk about the 7-minute man, the 8-minute man, or whatever from last game. Az Jaxo, as Ben says,
it'll catch you on. It will not catch you on.
Az came on and got pulled out early last game after 8 minutes or whatever. We talked about it last week, but he started this game, and we were short personnel, but I
was very happy he started. I was very
surprised
happy he started
as well.
I wasn't surprised. I knew for a fact that he would start him.
Nancy,
because of last week's game, he had to start him. That's the only way they're going to make this right, in a way, because that's the ultimate, embarrassment. It's the ultimate embarrassment for a soccer player to be subbed in and then subbed out again without being injured.
Yeah, 100%.
Then you've really been really shit.
If I was coming off after 8 minutes, I would limp off the field. I'd be like, right, it's because of this. This is why I'm coming up. 100%. Yeah. It's a dead leg. It's a dead leg, Dad.
So what do you think?
He played
I'd be happy
great.
to get 8 minutes, but
yeah, no, man, he played great, and I said it before. I feel like he is a better version of Hinostroza by a lot, and he drops in a decent amount. He plays like that false 9 where he drops in to like help advance the ball, and some of his moves beating the guys and his turns is like insane. One of them I was like, oh, that guy's got
his
can't be doing that.
his ability to beat him off the turn.
The goal in the 5th minute. The goal in the 5th minute, his turn and boost down, his speed down the middle of the field.
Wait till the ball's out of bounds, and then you can give a yellow card.
Amazing.
Yeah, 100%.
He also had a crazy little, I can't remember at what point in the game, but he got the ball in the box and like flipped it up over the defender to himself.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to do when he got subbed off last week.
No, that was like a back heel, no look pass to the other team.
If you've got the balls in the game up and around players, it's good.
I don't know.
No, the one I was going to reference that got him yanked in the previous game. When
that was accidental. That was accidental.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I feel like that
was let me tell you something. But all you see is him.
I can't
all you see is him. Above his monitor is just a bunch of euphemisms for jerking off. And he just like looks at them and he just pulls them at random, if you will.
So, all right, in the previous game,
double hander here.
He's got a thesaurus for masturbating.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
He was like, these guys are getting it tonight.
In the previous game, Nancy pulled him off when he made that dumb turn and had the ball stolen from him, right? He did that. He did that.
And they scored immediately.
In the same but he pulled it off this game. Yes. He pulled it off. Nancy did not pull him out.
I don't know why he pulled. I don't know why he got subbed last game. I seriously, it had to have been something.
I can tell you why he got pulled out. He's young. That's why he made stupid mistakes.
Yeah, I feel like he only made one. I feel like there was something that.
Let's see if he's still here 9 months from now. All right, we'll see.
Is that a baby joke? That was accidental. I'm having a hard time figuring out what's up and what's down. To be honest with you.
By the way,
Trey is only speaking in euphemisms.
He's
not
even a crew fan. I'm just a perv.
Trying to steer us back in.
I check the offender site and see if
I have
the mustache.
Early prediction for next year is that AZ is going to score goal of the year next year because he had like a handful of like things already this year. There's like if he had hit that one, it would have been just insane. So
his contract expires at the end of the year, and the club has a 1-year option.
Yeah, they're gonna.
I hope they resign him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 year though, we signed him in the summer, so at least he should be there to the end of to the summer again. right?
No,
they'd
contract
re-sign him
expires at the end of the year.
Oh, really?
Re-sign him in January.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other player we want to talk about was Romero, Mr. Extra.
How many minutes did he manage to play last game? He played.
He made it the whole game.
Yeah, I know. But
This time.
He must have been like
full 90
He,
for
like
the
he
thinking
had
about
44
Seinfeld
last
or
time
something down there. Yeah. He lasted the whole time, as we hoped he would. But we
Great
had
satisfaction too.
But we did have a backup, right? Labkis, they allowed Labkis to sit on the bench. What's up with that? Like, was it?
We weren't playing
first place.
Yeah, we weren't playing Seattle or
Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed in terms of the rules or anything other than the backlash of what they did last time. And also the fact that the shield is now decided.
Yeah, it's more that than the latter. Yeah, it's 100%.
Lack of consistency from the league.
Yeah, it's almost like they're just making things up as they go along.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
shocked.
anyway, I thought he did a good job.
He did, and I wasn't at the game, but there's a whole Reddit thread of like all the stuff he was doing, like hyping up MATAN when he scored and getting the crowd. There's a video of him doing the claps with the fans like behind his back. Yeah. And it's just like, man, yeah, he's a good shot stopper. He's all right with his feet. I mean, as a backup hype dude, I mean, you need a hype dude in the rap game.
I won't argue that he was tested a lot in this game.
Have him play.
Would they have 8 shots, 2 on target, something like that?
Yeah.
You know what though? I mean, for him being the third, fourth keeper on this roster, let him do the stuff that he was doing this game, not what he did the previous game. I'll take all these antics and fun stuff and hands behind your back.
It's like the Tigris guy, right? That like hides and like dresses up as a cat or whatever. Is that the Tigris guy?
Yeah.
Or is it like silly pants?
But Trey, I'm 100%
keeper.
with you because I think it also is because I think he's enjoying the moment because I think he kind of knows that this is
he's sort of like, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah, I shouldn't be here in the first
Well,
place.
between like MATAN and AZ and Romero, these were all redemption arcs that came to fruition at this game. That when you're done with it was like, wow, that was awesome. Especially on like Save the Crew Day. I mean, that's the reason why I put those 3 on the dock is like, man, those guys could have gone out and really like blew up. But I mean, DeJuan Jones also scored against his old team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was just, the whole thing was just, it was just
the
written.
only thing that was missing
been written.
was Mensa coming into the game.
Shame on Porter for that. Man, shame on Porter.
Chance to bring him on.
You're down 4-0.
Yeah.
Put on Mensa as a striker, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
For us that needed a goal, we were kind of hoping for a Mensa goal at the end there to get the 4-1 score at the end.
The devil's on my shoulder.
Yeah, my devil's usually not on my shoulder, but he was that night.
And then we saw Sands played.
That's it.
Good
to see he's not hurt, but
yeah.
Hey, you got to play on real grass.
Not injured.
I didn't know this is the funny thing. I didn't notice that he was playing until I saw him on the field talking to the players after the game. I was like, "Oh, look at that, Sands played."
It was after the fact for me as well.
And as we finish up talking about players, this looks like a scrimmage. I mean, it was after being there for the Miami game, after being for the America game, and watching this game. It was like
MLS 1.0.
It was so. They were so bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
New England
man.
is the absolute 100% worst team I have seen all year. Shambles.
Well, yeah. So I mean, like if we look at,
it should have been 8-0 if we tried.
Yeah, no, and it could have been. It could have been.
How many of those shots were over the bar? I mean, that was the only part that frustrated me.
Horrible shots.
Russell Rowe was off the post, and MATAN had one saved like just a couple minutes before his hat trick goal. That was a great opportunity.
The guy
Ramirez had a great save.
Was Shambo. I mean, that was the one player that kept shooting that shouldn't have kept shooting.
No,
Yeah,
this is one of those games when you play with like the 9-year-old teams. So when they're realizing they're playing a lesser team and everybody tries to get that goal in that game,
100%.
Everybody stopped like playing the normal way. Everybody just trying to score.
Right.
That was what I felt it was in the end. So if we actually tried to play the way we should have, we would have put in so many more goals.
Well, so if you look back at the teams we've played recently, there was Philly that we played a week ago, and that was kind of a weird one. Then Miami before that, you mentioned that we had the Campeones Cup before that. DC, God, we feel like that was another kind of weird one. Played Club America. I'm sorry. DC was between Campeones and Miami. But then Orlando before that, and then we beat Toronto before that, and then we played Cincy. I mean, we've just been playing like good teams, right? And so it's kind of been a minute since we played someone who was, pretty far from us on the table. Yeah. And it was apparent that that they were not going to make the playoffs this year. Okay. All right. Let's do a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll read the internet.
Tip of the hat, club. This is Stacy, president and supreme leader of the Upper 90 Run Club, and I have a few important announcements for you. This campaign season, I feel for all the candidates vying for office, and I wish them all the best on Election Day. I don't like to run for office. I just like to run. Yay! And if you do too, I want you to join the club. It's easy to join, and it's a great way to engage with the crew community while being active. Download the Strava app and search for Upper 90 in groups.
So easy.
Also, grab some swag. My subjects have informed me that the Run Club now has official race kits available for purchase.
That's right.
Go to supportersupply.com and you can find the race kit by searching Upper 90. They look good and they feel great too.
It's a smash hit.
Anyway, I'm going to hit the bricks, but I can't wait to see everyone in the club soon. My name is Stacy, and I approve this message.
We're back. Before we get to the internet, I want to talk Run Club real quick. We've got the Columbus Marathon coming up this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Who's doing it? Or half marathon? You guys doing half?
Yeah, we're doing the half. Are we both doing it now, Ben? Because you have like a little...
Are you in or out, Ben?
I'm in. I'm all in. But I'm in a lot of pain.
So my problem is the fact that with my back issues and my general laziness, I haven't really put in the
Your
miles.
genital laziness.
general laziness. Get your mind out of the gutter.
The last segment was mostly wiener jokes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trey. Well, I smashed my toe and I didn't realize it was as bad as it was until I was in the shower and I looked down. I was like, oh my God.
I never seen my toes before.
Did you see your toe? Or?
I've been running lost a lot of weight and I saw my toes and I was like, holy crap. That's what feet look like? No, it looks like one of them's frostbitten. It's all black and it's like black.
Yeah, I've seen Iron Will. No? Anyone?
Crickets?
Nope.
You must not be old enough for that one. It's like an old timer like me and Mort.
Is it like a...
Yeah, 70s? They were thinking... No, dude, no.
You're thinking of Alive, the movie Alive.
No. Let's not. Let's just give me the crickets and let's move on.
My toe's fine. My whole body. So are we gonna like run together,
hand in hand?
I think we should.
We should do that. Yeah.
It's gonna be slow. So if anybody's running, well, we should first talk about there was Supporter Supply had more orders than we thought because we didn't know who all was going to buy it. So he made a short amount to start. So a select few people got their run jerseys. And then we're still waiting on the other ones, but they were affected by one of the hurricanes.
Helene.
A billion of them.
I think the first one.
Yeah.
Helene. Yeah.
Helene. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Hopefully it's in time. If not, we'll paint it on your body or something. I don't know. Bummer.
Yeah.
Hopefully it comes.
Is the marathon on Sunday, correct?
Yes.
The half and the full, yes. The other events are Friday.
Is it
we're just
Saturday.
doing the
Saturday?
half.
Okay.
So, yeah, if you're running, slide into our DMs and we can all run together. I'll be running probably about a 12-minute mile, so that's basically a
You sure
slow
not walking?
walk.
Yeah.
He'll be walking it.
Yeah, 12 minutes is like as fast as a rascal
You know
goes.
what? I will try. I don't. Yeah.
Are you going for it?
No, I'm not going for it, but I don't want to
Can't
take
wait
all
around
day.
that long for you.
I got nothing to do all day. What am I going to do? Go
Stuff
home,
to do.
hang with the kids?
I'll
take my time.
I'll be at the finish. Let's say if we start together, and if we're not together at the end, I'll be at the end waiting with a beer.
I like that.
And then you'll
There you
finish
go.
together.
And then we'll finish.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what friends are for.
Okay. So
how do
let
we do
me-
this week?
Yeah, let me.
The press is running, and she aiming for like 126 or something. So I shouldn't
Wow.
put it out there, but yeah,
Is she running a half, or is that for a full?
she's running the half.
Oh, she's
yeah,
running a
She's running the
Okay.
half. She's going for 126.
Yeah. Shout out low.
Yeah, Lauren ran a trail half up here.
Oh, I love that. Oh, it's a
And-
trail?
Yeah,
You smoked it.
and she got a 150. She was working through some stuff. I mean, she did good. She did good. I think she wanted to do better, but she did good. And I don't know, like she's kind of, like I said, she wouldn't let me record her trash talking me about the UDF thing. She's pretty anti-tech. She's not in the digital club, so her miles aren't going to contribute to us this week. But and also I have no idea how she's doing in her race, but I took the kids down like hoping to get to the finish in time, and we walked up and like maybe 2 runners before her she came across the finish. So I was glad to have not whiffed on that, and she did good. So she did her half yesterday.
Trails are usually a little bit harder because there's There's like way more elevation.
Trails is very different than.
If I've run ultra trails and it's like running, I mean, it's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's a little slower, and also I think Chicago Marathon was today.
New world record today by the women's.
Oh, really? Yeah,
209.
Chicago is
209
for a full. What is happening?
Yeah,
woman.
Chicago
And
is
209.
pretty.
For a woman.
The weather here
Anybody,
today was
209.
the weather here was really good. I think this course in Chicago, not the one Lauren did, but the Chicago Marathon course, I think is
zero elevation.
is known for kind of being flat and easy. So
it goes back between Berlin and Chicago in the world records, I feel like.
Yeah. So I think that she had it wasn't so crowded because if you're going to go and run, all the like serious runners or the people who aren't doing trail runs are down in Chicago today. But I'm doing a half tomorrow, a self-guided half. So
You should
I'm gonna
do
get my
it on
miles in.
Sunday when we all.
I'm gonna do it on Columbus Day. This is the day I have, man.
It is
I have
Indigenous
childcare
Peoples
and I
Day.
have hours. Yeah. So I'm gonna do
Indigenous
mine. I'm gonna do mine tomorrow.
Flavor
I
Town
didn't.
Day.
I didn't run much this week.
Yeah, where are we at?
I was in the bathroom. All right, so that's all I'll say about that. Let's talk about the
Throw a
club.
treadmill in there.
480 miles this week. It looks like we are tapering. We're ready. We're ready to put up the numbers. So yeah, hit up Ben, hit up Mort, run with us.
I made it top 15. Look at that.
Yeah, so let's talk about Nelson's on top. Stacy's back, number 2 at 42 miles. Nelson had 54. I want to see where. Let's see. Oh, Mort, you don't really show up on my thing.
Oh.
Did you beat Ben? Yeah, you must have.
Probably.
Ben only had a handful.
Look at that.
All right, so Mort wins the club.
Yes.
Wow, good
All
for
right.
you, Mort.
Yes.
It looks like you're actually going to try and run this thing next weekend.
We got it.
Okay.
I just want to finish.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of your personality, but like, okay. So, let's. We keep getting new members. So for all the new members, welcome. And if you haven't joined yet, go to Strava and walk around the block.
Yeah.
Help us get some more miles.
Went for a walk today.
Yeah.
My boy, he's looking thin. He's like a specimen.
Haas, just wait. You're going to see your feet really soon.
Your toes will be black and blue like mine.
All right, let's go to the internet.
All right, I pulled this one from Reddit. We're only going to do one here. Every day, a summit said, this one felt special to complete and present to y'all. And I want to talk about the Tifo. The Tifo looked so good.
Yes.
Like, so good.
Another T-shirt worthy Tifo.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, it's
should
just
be a thing.
Yeah, it should. Unfortunately for not us.
I will open it.
Yeah. Well, another thing I wanted to shout, while the Tifo is great, the guy who posted this is the fella who used to ride the motorcycle in front of the bus that got injured because he got in an accident while doing that on his motorcycle, and he was going through a bunch of stuff, but he was able to help with the Tifo and put it up. So shout out to I haven't met him, but looks like he's doing well. Love that, and was able to help with the Tifo and get the Tifo up. Tifo looked great, man. And I still think you should do. They did a shot again with the huddle with the Tifo in the background. They've been doing that. Give me that coffee table book. Give me that coffee table book.
Well, and the Tifo said it was the big hashtag save the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Added the D. You said our days were numbered. Respect your roots.
Yeah.
R96TS.
I love the respect your roots thing. I was hashtagging that and no one else does it, so I just gave up on it.
I do on every Instagram post.
You do? I don't know. I mean, I do think it's super special that we were, the first official team to be in the league. We've been around since '96. The whole thing. At some point, we got to have Morgan on to like rehash the whole save the crew thing. I wonder if Cesaro will come on too. I would like to talk about that, but my question that I posed was, do you guys remember where you were at when you found out A, the team was going, and B, the team was saved? Do you guys remember that time at all? I mean, it's all blurry because we were in our late 20s.
I was working.
I was working too, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure I found a way to leave work and head to a bar to celebrate.
Did you go to the bar? What bar?
I did not end up at Endeavor, unfortunately.
Was it Endeavor?
Yeah. Which is, I've seen a bunch of the videos being reposted recently of the Endeavor celebration.
Mm-hmm.
I might have gone to Land Grant or something. I can't remember exactly, but I was definitely watching the internet that day.
Yeah.
No, I have the same. I remember where I was for when the news broke. Initially, I was at work, and I remember just like I didn't work the whole afternoon. I was just texting people, like, what is going on? What is this? And like having a panic attack, right? Like I couldn't work. I'm physically in the office at the time. When the good news were coming, I think I was on a trip. Actually, I think I was out of town.
Yeah, I had like very vivid memories of when they were taking it away.
Yeah,
because
wasn't it shortly
because there's
after
trickling in. The other one was
US,
trickling in that it's going to be okay, right?
Wasn't it shortly after the U.S. got knocked out of the World Cup?
Yeah, they lost to Trinidad.
What are we doing?
I was in Nashville, and it was like, we're not going to the World Cup. Like, what? That's stupid. Oh, I think it was the World Cup first.
It was
because the crew thing was so much more significant. It was like, I don't watch football. I don't watch basketball. The order doesn't matter as much as like the thought that I had when I found out that that they were going to move this team.
The team was first.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty sure because I was
then when
working
the U.S. got
somewhere.
knocked out, it was like, well, then nothing matters. But
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, I'm giving up on soccer.
But I do remember like being just so resentful that like I grew up kind of fair weather sports fanning, like just never really affiliated with a team, wasn't really into the Buckeyes.
We know that now.
Never really watched a team, and I've said this on here before, so I won't belabor it. But it's like
Yankees.
I like my dad was from New York. Like my whole family is Yankees fans, but like even still, I wasn't like watching Yankees games. Like I watched every Crew game from when we started watching them, which wasn't in '96, but when we became fans, we were fans, and I've got all these kids, and it's like I want to like share that with them, and it was like, really, the only team that I care about in the whole world is going away. Like,
God,
like,
really?
No,
hates me.
I'm not gonna get them into the Yankees. Like, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, no, don't do that. That would be.
Yeah, it's like it's too far removed. Like, this is the thing, and you're taking this away from me. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I was so mad, and I don't know. It was dark. It was really, really dark.
It was so. I mean, what? Yeah, I remember the Trinidad thing, and then I remember watching my phone pinging like Panama scored, so we were out of the World Cup, and I just remember being like, I hate everything that's going on.
Yeah.
This world is over.
Well, so anyway, it makes the appreciation palpable when you can remember the fact that that the team was saved. I can't say that I did anything to save the team, but people did, and
I bought the stuff, I donated, but yeah.
And
I've got to save the Crew jersey back here. I got to give to Haas because I've been eating
mine's
too
an
many
XL.
cheeseburgers. Yours is an XL?
It's got battle scars.
Oh, that's right. You said stains.
Yeah, it looks like I was eating pizza or something.
You celebrated a little
Tacos,
hard.
maybe, I don't know. Landed on the yellow stripe.
Yeah.
Well, I'll still swap. I'll take your pizza. I'll take yours.
It needs help. It needs Morgan's. I mean, probably just a little glue.
Glue?
Goo.
Yeah, because the badge is peeling off on most
I
sides.
haven't sent mine in yet.
Morgan's gonna get Haas some Crew goo. Let's go. Let's move along. We want to talk about the
tables. Just tables. Tables. But tables. I can't know how to hear any more about tables.
In the East, we've got Miami in first with 71 points.
Boo.
Your Columbus Crew in second with 63 points. Cincinnati with 56 in third. Orlando 52 in fourth. NYCFC 50 in fifth. Charlotte with 48 in sixth. And New York Red Bulls with 47 in seventh. DC in eighth with 40. Montreal in ninth with 40. And Philadelphia in 11th with 37. Atlanta in 12th with 37. I know I jumped a little bit there just because Toronto's eliminated. Philadelphia and Atlanta have a chance to jump into those 8 and 9 spots.
Yeah, we'll cover that.
Did Miami
No one played
the
but
most
us.
points record?
Oh,
No. Not yet.
I don't know.
Oh, they have another game to play?
Yeah.
Everyone
playing
has
decision
one
day.
game left.
Okay.
So they could
This
finish
coming
with 74,
Saturday.
which I think the record. I just looked it up before our pod, and I can't remember exactly what it was.
We
It's
talked about it
close.
last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
And then in Supporter Shield, which matters for home field advantage, Miami in first, locked in, 71 points. LA Galaxy have 64 points in second. We have 63 points in third. LAFC have 61 in fourth. So there's a little bit of it. We're hoping to jump to second with a win
Galaxy
and a
and,
LA
tie or lose.
Galaxy loss or tie
Yeah.
Yeah.
against Houston.
Okay.
At Houston.
Yeah. And I think Houston is Yeah, there's a lot of. I mean,
We saw it in
decision day is
20
going to be great.
Well, and we saw it in 2020. I mean, you want to do as well as you can, but these top teams, they can lose.
Yeah.
If Galaxy finishes above us, they may get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, a lot can happen.
True.
But
True.
if you guys want a little short on the playoff picture and the what could happen?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen.
All right, so this is what we're looking at for the crew right now. We're locked in a second spot, so we will play the number 7. The question is who is going to be on that number 7 spot. As it stands, it could only be Charlotte that has 48 points, 13 wins and +6 in goal difference, or New York Red Bull with 47 points, 11 wins and +6 in goal differential. We were looking at it and we saw that New York FC, New York City FC, they can't drop to 7 due to their number of wins because the first tiebreaker, which by the way is a dumb rule, is they can't drop below New York Red Bull, so they in worst case can be on the 6th spot.
Okay.
The reason why I'm against that, by the way, is the fact that people play different teams. Obviously,
Right.
outside of
good
the-
call.
Yeah,
Same argument as Supporter Shield.
yeah, same argument, supporter shield, so that affects things.
Yeah, sure.
So what does that mean? The implicating games for us is that, of course, New York Red Bull, they play us. So if that means if we take care of business, we will play New York Red Bulls. That's set in stone. If we win on Saturday, we know we play the same team again in our next game. That's it. That last. It's not
And
last
the
time.
next game.
Yeah, that's not the last time that happened for us this year. First of it, that's kind of right after the League's Cup. We played a lot of the same teams, right?
Yeah.
Philly. We
Yeah.
played them like 100 times this season.
Charlotte plays DC, and DC, of course, is very much fighting for that qualification spot and playing that playing game.
They'll make it. They're gonna make it.
Yeah, so more than likely, it looks like right now that we are going to play New York Red Bull. I mean, assuming that we're going to win.
Yeah.
Over to the Shield possession, this is where it gets a little bit interesting too, because we know this could have huge implication of the MLS Cup final when we get there. Both LA teams can now end above us. Obviously, Galaxy has to drop points for us to take the second spot. But we do need to win because if LA FC wins, they will actually, even if they tie, I do believe they're 1 point behind us. Is that accurate? Yeah, they will
With more wins.
They do have to win, I believe. They will jump us.
One more win.
win.
Yeah.
They'll have one more
They
win,
will
yeah.
jump us as well. So that's why getting a result and actually winning is the most important thing for us to do. So other thing is, and the general in the East with DC, Montreal, Philly, and Atlanta, they're all playing for that play-in game or survival to be in the playoff. Montreal is playing New York CFC, which obviously playing for 4th place. They can actually be overtaken Orlando if they win the game in Orlando to have a tie or a loss, I believe. Atlanta, who's playing is playing away to Orlando, so that's kind of interesting. That game is also in a tie with everything else. And Orlando tie pretty much secure 4th unless New York City FC wins with like 5 goals or something like that. And we talked about DC playing at Charlotte, and Philly is home to Cincy, which is also interesting because RSL and Seattle could overtake Cincinnati in the overall. That only affects obviously if Cincinnati would go to
play the Western Conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cincinnati are in the dumps right now, right? I don't think they've won like their last 4 or 5 games.
They haven't doing great. One big thing, by the way, coming out of this is the fact that there's a lot of games that have implications on the Supporter Shield standings, and the West is playing after we're playing. So I guess you can't really take out your team for the game or whatever else, but I think that's kind of an unfair advantage here because now obviously LA and Galaxy can change how they play or the tactics for the game based on maybe our result.
Yeah. Yep.
So, just a little nugget right there.
For rest, theoretically they could if if we shut down LAFC, they could rest a player or two.
Or they know they need a tie versus a win,
Right,
and so forth. Right.
Yeah.
It is an advantage, and it could be it's a big. Doesn't seem like a big thing now. Might be a huge thing in about a month and a half. Right.
Okay. All right. So we're playing Red Bull. Haas, do you want to talk through their form, and then we can jump into predictions?
Let's see. Red Bull, over the past handful of weeks, I mean, back in September, they drew against Kansas City. They lost to Chicago. They drew against Atlanta. They lost to NYCFC 1-5. They beat Toronto 4-1 the following week.
Well, that was the New York Derby, right?
Yeah,
So
when they lost 5-1. Yeah,
they were in Harrison, right?
Yeah, we're at home.
Correct.
Yeah,
That sucks.
And then most recently, they lost to Atlanta 2-1.
And Atlanta's not doing great. They should call themselves the New Jersey Red Bulls. Or
They are
Jersey Bulls.
7-2-7 at home.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. So not great, but
They
not...
play the Red Bull style. A lot of intensity.
You know, Jurgen Klopp is now ahead of that whole thing for Red Bull.
Is he really?
Just a little.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Jurgen Klopp just
Last
signed with this weekend with Red Bull to be like the head, like
Like what
development
Bez is
coach or
doing with
something.
the.
No, I think he's like the head of
it-
tactics. They have like this
Yeah.
overhanging like strategy kind of tactics kind of team thing, and he's the head of that.
Okay.
According to the announcers of our most recent match, we know how much Red Bull is going to press us constantly during the game.
Yeah. We're going to have all of our players back, though, so...
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we're going to do our predictions. We should review the results from last week because I think we saw the table spread out a little bit, right?
All right. So, looking at the result, we obviously won 4-0, and everybody, of course, predicted that we win this game. The only thing was that quite a few of you guys only believe we scored 2 goals, and all of us but Ben believe we actually will let in a goal against.
I should get an extra point for that.
I'm kind of with you, man.
Should have, could have, but you won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
just
that's
aren't the
just how it
rules.
is.
Everybody
what
listening
means
know
was
that I'm
actually.
not
So
the best.
I mentioned earlier that there was some of us that might hoping for Mensa coming on and scoring because obviously both Mars and I had 4-1 prediction, and for that prediction we get at least 2 points for the correct number of goals scored and the win. What that means is that I am in the lead with 30 points. Mars is taking a little bit of step away from the rest of the bunch with 28. And we still have a 3-way tie between Ben, Trey, and Haas.
At what?
They have 27?
They have 25, yes.
25.
Sorry.
Oh, 25.
Yes. Yeah, they're 3
Even
behind
better.
you, 5 behind me. There's a lot to play for still, though.
Okay. All right. And a reminder, the loser wears a giant floppy Austin FC t-shirt that we made. It's the queso kit to Cruisemas next year. The true meaning of Cruisemas.
Possibly another secret shirt we might have.
We might have a debate over which shirt they wear.
Mm-hmm.
When is Cruisemas? We don't really know yet.
Nope.
March.
And I might
February last year.
I might see if I can make this one.
Yeah, we started already.
Well, it's World Cup too. No, wait. I don't know what year it is. Yeah, no. I'm wrong.
Nope.
It's not.
That's a year early.
I don't know what day it is. Who am I? Bored.
Okay.
That's why we covered World Cup because we didn't make any way into the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
At all.
Right. It's just all
Back
it's
when
all
we had
just,
listeners.
Performative. Okay, so are you guys ready to do your predictions? All right, let's talk about D's next
I don't know. I thought I
You got to
was.
think about that.
I'm already sweating.
Man, I don't even know. Like,
Buckle up, Buttercup.
My tongue is sweating.
I'm not good at doing things.
You're dumb.
am.
Whisper backstage. No.
Yes.
All right.
Oh,
We'll start with Ben. Ben says 1-3 crew does the PP4 Sheezy.
Yeah, dog.
Oh,
1-3
Sheezy.
crew
You
does the
gave me a
PP for Sheezy. I did it phonetically.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Even though I
Because of
didn't
the
know what I
blood
was
sugar.
saying, I was saying it. Thank you.
That's how I do it.
Okay.
I thought I'd be the only one with this specific score.
You see that we'll get to that in a second. Mort says 0-3.
Why did you say what I said? Why didn't you say what I wrote?
Crew Cucho with 2. 0-3 crew. Cucho with 2. AZ 1.
Yeah. That's my prediction. I'm very specific in my predictions.
It's a bold prediction.
They're not going to score on us.
Okay, Trey,
You're going to make
said,
a statement. Take the air out of their bubble.
Well, Trey
said
going
2-1,
to lose,
taking the victory from the best borough. And so you said
still
it
hasn't learned.
Yeah, I said it wrong. It's 1-2 crew with
too
the victory.
focused on the euphemism.
Well, somebody was pressuring me hard.
Okay, there we go. All right, you're just leaning into it. All right, and
from
then
the best,
I'm not leaning into it. I'm
from the
backing
best
into
borough
it.
in New York, which is New Jersey.
Yeah. Okay. Haas said 1-3. Also, Red Bull is for bitches. Is that like because you don't like the way that it tastes? What's the drink called with the Jaeger and Red Bull?
Red Bull? Oh,
No,
Jagerbomb?
Jagerbomb.
Jagerbomb.
Never had one.
I think
I've never had one.
I had about 2,000.
That's what Red Bull just reminds me of. I prefer Zoa Energy. No, I'm not into energy drinks. I just drink coffee.
Used to club a little bit in my day.
I had a Red Bull before we started this.
Yeah,
so.
I had a Red Bull, I think, 2 weeks ago for the first time in a long time. And it tastes like a battery, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, like why don't they sell it like with a Pepsid AC? Like
so they're next to each other.
I had a little bit of water,
taped
plus a
on
little
the
bit of
side.
Gatorade, plus a little bit of Red Bull, plus a little bit of Crystal Light. That's how I drink mine.
And a little bit of
Crystal meth.
Yeah. I'm glad we're all
A little
on
bit
the
of
same page.
fentanyl.
Yeah. It's
That's
a different
offensive.
vibe on the
List me up so I
fentanyl.
won't stop. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then
Do
I
you have to put a
said
warning on my pod about mention about like
Drugs.
drugs now?
They're
no.
all legal in the right context.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't,
What is
yeah,
this,
I don't think
turkey?
I don't think we went too hard.
Wow, hating on the Turkish people.
Yeah. We got to
Take
put a
us
warning on
straight.
that.
I'm talking about literal turkeys.
The tryptophan. Yeah, you got to watch out for that tryptophan. Okay,
Gobble,
I
gobble?
said 1-3. Why did everyone say this score? We are so dumb. We are really dumb for real.
How did you know we were all saying
You wrote
1-3?
that
Because I knew it. I could feel it.
I
could
felt
been doing
feel
it so
I could
much.
feel it.
Why do I feel like he can see what we're typing?
Yeah,
the recording capabilities.
Oh,
We're
I
whispering
can't.
backstage, and only one person can hear everything.
No.
You tell me who's cheating.
Yeah.
Let's just say that I'm the backstage overlord, okay?
Can you
I thought,
can you see
backstage
this?
orifice. Is that where we're going? All right, go
We
ahead.
talked earlier about the whispering backstage with the, you know what I'm talking about.
Can you see what I just wrote without setting it now, Mars?
We'll just lean into it.
Let's just please don't share that. Okay. So, all right. Okay.
Extremely
So
offensive.
to summarize here, the three of us, me, Ben, and Haas all had 1-3. Trey's at 1-2, and Mort's at 0-3. We all think we're gonna win. I don't think that's I mean, we're gonna beat Red Bull.
Yeah.
We need the 3
What we were
goals, so
talking
Trey's in
about
the
though
bottom.
during the break was how we're gonna fare if we do beat them. We will play them at least 2 more times consecutively, and how is that going to play out? And we'll talk about that. Let's we don't need to jump into that now, but just the fact is, if we beat them, we will play them 2 more times, at least 2 more times. We'll have to kind of figure out how to solve that puzzle, but
Potentially 3 more times.
yeah.
Only 2 more times.
3 more.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I think we're set up well.
We're getting our boys back. Get the boys,
Yeah.
the boys are back in
Yeah.
town.
How did the boys do? I did not watch any international games.
Schulte did not play. Cucho got 10 or 15 minutes, and they lost to Bolivia, and Bolivia is garbage, right?
Yeah, but they're playing we complain about
country.
Pachuca.
Yeah, they
this is
played at
almost
Bolivia.
twice as far up as that. It's like stupid. It's ridiculous.
Okay. So
don't they have the record for elevation?
Yeah, they have the highest. They have the tallest stadium above sea level or something.
Yeah, I mean, and shout out, he did sub on for Luis Diaz, and Luis Diaz is one of the best players in the world. So it's good to see a Columbus Crew player replacing a player who's tops at Liverpool. Like, it's good. I don't know anything about the Algeria game. If someone wants to check out the Algeria,
oh yeah,
how they did it. But I mean, last time he played, he did get a goal. Let's see, they played.
Farsi.
Yes, October 10th, Algeria played Togo, and they won 5-1
tomorrow. They're playing Togo tomorrow again.
Oh, jeez, again. Oh. Okay.
That seems.
He got subbed on in the 83rd minute after they were up 3-1, and yeah, that's where it stands now. So they play Togo again tomorrow, and
I will take that to go.
Yeah, we'll focus on for here.
This had to have happened again.
We'll focus on for here and now.
Algeria's gonna play Togo.
Farsi's going to score a goal.
Nailed it. There it is.
Okay.
Well, that book ended.
So
yeah.
We got one more, and then we got more. So we'll talk to you guys in a week. Go Crew.
Where's the garlic bread?
I love you.
Thanks everyone for joining the club. We hope you'll listen next week and every week, even in the off season, to celebrate or commiserate. We'll save you a seat. If you like this podcast, please give us 5 stars and subscribe. You can email us at upper90clubpod@gmail.com. That's upper90clubpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at upper90clubpod. Go Crew!
Sarah Sherman.
Yes, but her name to her fans is Sarah Squirm.
Oh, can you clip? That's the clip.